Years passed, and Aino finally stood where she had once only imagined herself standing. She was now the captain. The bridge was quiet, except for the sound of instruments and the occasional voice of the crew through the radio. She wore her uniform with confidence, but she did not feel arrogant. She felt responsible. That was a different kind of strength. When she looked out over the ocean, she remembered the little girl at the harbor, the long nights at maritime school, the mistakes, the corrections, and the voyage that had transformed her. Everything had led to this moment. She was no longer dreaming about leadership. She was living it. Her crew trusted her because she had earned that trust. She listened carefully, checked the route, and made sure every detail was ready before departure. The ship moved forward under her command, and the sea spread wide around them. It was a beautiful beginning to what seemed like an ordinary journey. Then, the weather began to shift. Aino noticed it first. The clouds thickened faster than expected, and the wind changed direction. Her eyes narrowed as she watched the horizon. Experience told her that this was more than a passing cloud. Something stronger was coming. She called her officers to the bridge and gave clear instructions. They adjusted the route, secured equipment, and prepared the crew. Her tone remained calm, but there was urgency beneath it. She knew the danger had not fully arrived yet, but it soon could. Every second mattered. A captain must always be ahead of the crisis, not behind it. The sea grew rougher. The ship began to move more heavily. The atmosphere changed from routine to alert tension. Crew members waited for her commands, and she gave them with sharp focus. There was no room for confusion. Her voice became the center that held the team together. The storm struck harder than expected. A massive wave hit the ship from the side, shaking the entire vessel. The lights flickered. Several objects slid across the bridge. For one terrifying moment, the ship felt unstable. The crew looked at Aino, and in that instant, she understood the full scale of her responsibility. Fear was present, but panic was not allowed. She took control immediately. She corrected the heading, gave precise orders, and kept the team moving. Her mind became sharp and focused. All the lessons she had learned came back at once. The discipline from school, the navigation training, the drills, the corrections, the patience. Nothing had been wasted. Everything was helping her now. She did not shout uselessly. She did not freeze. She led. And because she led, the crew stayed calm enough to work through the danger. Slowly, the ship regained stability. The storm was still fierce, but the vessel was no longer helpless. Aino kept watching, adjusting, and guiding until the worst had passed. When the storm finally moved away, the morning light spread across the water in soft gold. The ship was tired, but safe. The crew was exhausted, but relieved. Aino stood at the bridge window and felt the full weight of what had just happened. She had faced danger and carried everyone through it. No one celebrated loudly. The moment was too serious for that. But the respect in the crew's eyes meant more than applause. They had seen her under pressure, and she had not failed them. That was the true test of a captain. Aino stepped onto the deck as the sea calmed. The world looked almost peaceful again. She inhaled the cold morning air and felt something steady inside her heart. She was not the same girl who had once watched ships from afar. She was the woman they now trusted to guide them through storms. Later, when the ship sailed on quietly, Aino stood alone and reflected on the road that had brought her here. The title of captain was not just a dream fulfilled, it was a promise kept. She had worked for it, fought for it, and grown into it. The sea would continue to challenge her. There would always be more decisions, more pressure, and more responsibility. But she no longer feared that. She understood now that a captain is not made by calm days. A captain is made by what she survives, what she learns, and how she leads when everything is on the line.